A young couple who came from relatively little means worked very hard as they got married to provide a life and provide a family of two little girls, a wonderful childhood. Although both worked really, really hard, and some days the days were long and the nights were sleepless, the little girls knew no different, except that they knew that they had parents who were there for them and parents who loved them, even though sometimes they were gone working. The mom would come home at night and throw a load of laundry in and work really hard to get supper on the table, get the family at the dinner table just in time to eat and get ready for bed and start all over the next day. Fast forward to their 40s. The mom had a horrendous pain in her neck, and it made it difficult to do anything, let alone just go to work or spend time with her family and not being stabbed with pain, literally, in her neck. Someone told her about chiropractic. She didn't go at first. She went to the MD who had given her pain medications, had given her shots that worked for a time, but the pain came back. And eventually they said, hey, we want to do surgery. I was at the point she said, no way. Can't afford to do the surgery and afford the time that it would take off work, let alone the time that it would take or the money that it would cost. So she decided to go to the chiropractor. The chiropractor changed her life. Not only did she no longer have the chronic pain, the stabbing pain, but she had more energy. She was able to feel more relaxed. She was able to spend more quality time with her family and her children because she was beginning to heal, let alone do the endless chores of running a family, providing for them, feeding them, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, as you parents know, is an endless routine. The father had multiple bouts of low back pain where his back would go out from time to time. He worked for himself, so if there was a day off, there was nobody to replace him. He worked very hard for what he'd done. He went to school for many years to be able to work for himself, but there was no support. There was no backup plan. And so if he was out, he was truly out. He saw how great his wife was doing and decided that he needed to go to the chiropractor for himself, and it changed his life. No longer did his back go out. In fact, he felt great. He was sleeping better. His energy levels were higher. And so you have two really hardworking individuals that want to provide for their family, but found it difficult to provide for their family because they just simply couldn't hold up. Their bodies were not adapting to what they were doing. And, you know, I find this scenario happens so often in working families or, well, gosh, in almost every family where they don't take the time to take care of themselves. And, work has to go on, but it can only go on so long as you're going on. And with this family, the incredible thing is that when the girls got older, the youngest had some really, really major issues when she got into college and was playing sports, and it was almost debilitating where she couldn't play. She couldn't even hardly read or study or do any of her school activities because she had so much pain in her spine. And so the mom said, hey, you're going to the chiropractor. First time she'd ever gone, and it literally changed her life. In fact, so much so that it changed the whole trajectory of her degree, and she soon enrolled in school to become a doctor of chiropractic. And you're looking at her today. Let alone the change that I saw occur in my parents, but the change that happened in my life, and then my sisters, because my sister started going, my whole family started going. And I couldn't thank God enough for the discovery of chiropractic and the lifestyle that has been given to us. Both of my parents have been spared from surgery because of it. Both of my parents are over the age of 60 and are not taking any medications. My sister and I basically since 18 or before then, I've never been on a medication. All because I owe it to my doctor and teaching me about how the body heals and the profession of chiropractic. It's not anything miraculous. It's just simply how the body was created, and we unlock that power to just do its job. And so I see the effects that it had in my family. You know, talk about changing the whole trajectory of a family and a lifespan. You know, my mom and my dad both are enjoying their grandkids today. They're getting out on the bike, walking to the park, just doing things that a lot of people, we take for granted because a lot of people can't do those things because they didn't take care of themselves, or maybe they were never taught, they were never shown. They thought, oh, I'll take this magical little pill and the pain just suddenly goes away and everything's fine. Well, we all know that that's just a mask. We all know that it just covers up symptoms. It doesn't do anything to correct them, and it just makes damage even worse and sometimes irreversible. So I'm so thankful to share, what chiropractic and how God has led me to chiropractic. And I want to encourage you today, because if someone hadn't told my mom about chiropractic, I don't know where she would be today. I don't know where we would be today. And so I'm thankful to that person. I don't even know who it was, but I'm thankful to the person that introduced her to it. I literally owe my family's life to them. And so I want to encourage you to tell someone about the changes that you're experiencing. Tell them about the energy that you have. Tell them how you sleep better. Tell them about how your mental attitude is better and how it affects your family life and how it affects your ability to work, how it affects your ability to be a working member and a contributing member to society. Those are worthy and admirable goals and life-changing goals. And if you don't do it, no one else will. We're in a society today that we think, oh, somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else. It's not my job. It's not my responsibility. Well, if you don't want things to change, then just sit where you are and let the community crumble around you. But if you want to be a life bringer, a life giver, a part of society, a blessing to other one, then be a part of the mission. Tell them. Let them know there is a different way. And I'm thankful that I can take care of you. I'm thankful that God has given me a life that I could not ask for better. It doesn't mean that it's perfect, but I'm so thankful for the opportunity to take care of you and help you and myself live in victory.